Namaste. Welcome to part 2 of Summer of Love workshop. We're going to begin with the breath. So find your way to your comfortable seated position. Getting your hips a little higher than your knees is the best, but always sit where you can, either in a chair or on the floor, but make sure that your legs and your knees are at least the same height as your hips or a little lower, okay? Once you get into your comfortable seated position, I want you to close your eyes, interlace your hands in your lap, pull your shoulders straight across, kind of feel a little bit of a squeezing of those shoulder blades together. Lift your heart, lengthen your spine, and allow the top of your head to reach up to the ceiling. And just relax and observe. Observe your body. Observe the natural breath flowing in, flowing out, all by itself. And just notice how deep your inhales are naturally. Notice how much air you release on those exhales naturally. Soften your face, relax your jaw inside your closed lips. And then notice your shoulders melting down your side as Earth's gravity pulls them down. And notice your neck getting a little longer as that lock of hair on the top of your head dangles you from the ceiling. And let's begin to control the breath, inhaling as slow as you can and exhaling even slower. Every inhale, take a little more in, and every exhale, squeeze a little more out. And remember, on those inhales, let your belly relax out, letting that diaphragm pull down, and then every exhale, pull that belly button back in, helping to push the air up and out. And as you breathe, start to constrict the back of your throat, pressing against the air as it flows in and out, creating that hissing sound. That wonderful Ujjayi breath, creating heat and energy to fuel our practice. Sounds like Darth Vader, a fireman in his gear. And we're going to practice the breath with the counting breath, making it a little longer, a little slower. The slower our breath, the slower our pace in yoga. And the slower we move, the more strength and the more flexibility we earn. So let's all exhale all the air out and inhale 1. Exhale 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And breathe. And slowly open your eyes. And so tonight we're going to move on to cat-cow and Cakravakasana. So these are both postures, and a lot of yoga teachers like to begin with the breath and slowly move from moving our spine out to our extremities. So I like to always start with the spine. We start with the breathing and then we start with the spine. So we start to awaken the spine to prepare for our practice. The actual warm-up of yoga is the sun salutations at the beginning. So we ease our way into those warm-ups. So let's start by coming to our hands and knees, and we're going to get set up for cat-cow. So I'm going to take this off so you can watch the movement of my spine so that you can see how we're warming up our spine. So heels of our hands are under our shoulders, knees are hip width apart, and our toes can be curled under or flat. It's up to you what feels best for you. So in this position, we start off first, make sure the heels of your hands are directly under your shoulders. We want that nice perpendicular arms, and as well as our thighs should be nice and perpendicular. So adjust as you feel a need. Then once we're here, we're looking straight down at our mat. The top of our head is straight forward, and we don't really worry about our neck or our head in these postures. They will go ahead and do what, as we move, they will just move along with us. So it's not much worry about that. So first of all, when your hands are on the earth, you always want to engage them slightly. You don't want them to take the brunt of everything. When we engage our muscles, they hold the joints wonderfully, a lot better, holding those bones in the proper position. And that way we don't cause as much strain on the joint. Okay, so here we go. We start off by releasing our elbows straight back to our knees. So I'm going to demonstrate what that looks like. So I'm coming down here. My back stays as straight as I can possibly keep it. And this is the beginning of our cow pose. So our elbows come down. Now, my arms are in line with my legs. We don't ever want our elbows to come out to the sides. So I'm going to come back here and show you this way. So when I come down, they're in line with my legs. And this is an awareness that we begin with this posture, because when we're using different postures and utilizing the muscles on our arms, keeping them in line with our legs and our hips are ideal and very safe. The minute our elbows come out a little bit, when we're lowering down or putting weight on our arms and hands, then we can be injured. So that idea of aligning our elbows with our shoulders is so important. So again, knees hip width apart, toes the way you like them. And we're going to use an inhale first. So we're going to inhale our elbows straight back to our knees. Then we're going to pull our heart. Our hands are engaged, kind of pulling us forward. As soon as our heart is over our thumbs, we're going to straighten our arms and lift up. Now, our back can be a little bit of a back bend, but if that doesn't fit you, no back bend is needed. So this is our cow. And then we're going to exhale, scoop our pelvic bone. So we're going to hiss our back up and let our head just dangle in our cat pose. So you can feel this wonderful stretch, pushing our belly button out, pressing our back up to the ceiling. So there's the cat. And again, inhale, elbows straight back to your knees. So we're just laying them down. Pull your heart to your thumbs and press up. Feel that power. Now, arms are locked, shoulders are locked, hands and forearms are engaged. Let's exhale. Scoop your pelvic, hiss your back up. And then let's inhale, elbows to the earth. Pull your heart to your thumbs and press up. Exhale, hiss your back up, dangle your head. All right, so that's cat-cow. And in many, many Ashtanga practices, that's all you do is the cat-cow. Now, in my therapy class, my back therapy class, we want to do a little more stretching. So this is a wonderful stretching and bringing blood flow to our spine. Well, we take it a step further in my yoga therapy class for the back. And so I'm going to demonstrate how we use this same practice, but we add in a little bit more movement and a little more stretch. So again, come to your hands and knees. And this one, we're going to start off with an exhale. Remember, our exhales are twice as long as our inhales, so we want to really make it slow and long. So in this one, we start off with our exhale, again, engaging our hands, our forearms, locking our shoulders to start. So this is a really good posture for if you have shoulder issues, just to come here and engage your arms. And that locks the shoulders into place. It's just an awesome way of strengthening your shoulders. So here we go. We're going to start again. And this time we're going to do exhale first. We're going to exhale, scoop your pelvic, hiss your back up, and then slowly, as though our hands are in control, pushing our hips towards our heels, arms are locked straight. And we're just going to stop when our head gets between our arms. And then keeping our arms straight, we're going to just hinge right back up where we started. Exhale, scoop and roll, hiss your back up. Then slowly take your hips towards your heels, head between your arms. And inhale back up. Exhale, scoop and roll. Feel the stretch from the heels of your hands to your tailbone. Inhale back up. Let's do another one. Exhale, scoop and roll. Hiss your back up, hips towards heels, head between your arms. Savor the movement, nice and slow. Inhale back up. Let's do one more. Exhale, scoop and roll. Hiss your back up, hips towards heels, head between your arms. And inhale slowly back up. All right, so 2 different ways to do it. And then we can combine those 2 ways and get an extra wonderful posture. So I'm going to take you through combining them and finding that wonderful, wonderful benefit. So I want to talk about real quick this posture, what I just did, Cakravakasana, which is a modification for cat-cow. That posture is awesome as a staple posture so that if you have hips or back issues, even neck issues, shoulder issues, it's awesome for all of those. If I have a flare up of my shoulders or my back, my spine, my hips, I will do this posture, Cakravakasana, 4 times in the morning. I might do it 4 times in the evening. I might do it many times. So to give you an idea of how I use this posture, I was 5 days prior to going on a long trip across the ocean. And I made the mistake of trying to lift my mattress to flip it. And I decided not to after I tried for a second. And that's all it took was a second to totally put my lower back out. I couldn't stand up. I was a mess. And I just thought, oh no, I got 5 days to get to being healthy enough to sit on a plane for 9 hours. Well, I used cat-cow or Cakravakasana as part of a whole routine that I put together, which I teach on Tuesday nights. And in 5 days, I was fine. My back was fine. I was no longer in pain. I was taken care of. I was able to go on my trip and not have any issues. But I also, besides the practice of yoga, my therapy, my back therapy class, I also iced it 24/7. And I did go to my chiropractor a couple times, but I really feel like the movement of yoga, retraining the muscles to hold your bones in the proper position is the key. So here we go. We're going to put together cat-cow and Cakravakasana so you can see how that works together. So here we go. Heels of your hands under your shoulders, knees hip width apart, toes the way you like them. And just engage your hands, your arms, lock your shoulders into place. Just feel the power and the strength of your arms. And so let's exhale, scoop your pelvic, hiss your back up, tuck that belly button way up inside there. And slowly take your hips to your heels for that beautiful stretch. and pause. And then let's inhale, release your elbows straight down to the earth. And we're gonna pull our heart to our thumbs and scoop up. Exhale, hiss your back up, dangle your head, slowly take your hips to your heels. Feel that stretch down your sides, down your back. Inhale, elbows to the earth, pull your heart to your thumbs and press up. Exhale, hiss your back up, slowly take your hips to your heels, head between your arms, and release your elbows to the ground. Inhale your heart through and up. One more. Exhale, hiss your back up slowly. Release your hips towards your heels. Go as slow as you can. And then release your elbows to the ground. Inhale your heart to your thumbs and press up. All right. So that is our practice tonight, a little workshop on cat-cow Cakravakasana. Now, let's say your knees cannot handle Cakravakasana on the floor. So the next thing to do is to come up to a table, and you want the table to be right at your hips, and lay down on the table like this, all right? Or you can just have a lower table. So let me grab a lower table and show you how that works. There's so many ways to modify this. To modify, I want to demonstrate that to you. So if I had a table, a little coffee table or something in front of me, so then I can do the same thing that I just did, except on a table. So here we are, Cakravakasana. So we're going to exhale, scoop your pelvic, hiss your back up, and slowly bend your knees, taking your hips back. Be gentle, be careful, don't go too far. And then inhale, elbows relax, pull your heart to your thumbs, and press up. Exhale, hiss your back up, dangle your head, slowly take your hips to your heels, head between your arms. Release your elbows, pull your heart to your thumbs, and press up. Exhale, hiss your back up, dangle your head, slowly take your hips towards your heels, head between your arms. Release your elbows, pull your heart to your thumbs, and press up. All right, so that gives you an idea of how to modify with a table. I like to modify with a counter, but I don't have a counter to demonstrate. There's other ways to do it. If you have any questions, always email me and I will let you know how to. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate you joining my summer of love. I'm so happy to have everyone. Namaste. Namaste.